that this sculptor pushes up the value probably by 10 or 15,000. Hey everybody, Scavenger Steve back here with you. Today I want to talk to you about forced appreciation, and I'll bet this is an idea that you never thought of before. And so precisely what I'm about to tell you has to do with what you see there in the background. You see that? That wood sculpture? Right there. Now, at one time, that was just a tall tree. But I've been at this house 22 years, and it seemed like every year or two a limb would blow off. And just a few years ago, I found myself with a tree with almost no limbs on it. So then after I got to thinking about it, I went for a little drive and went to a park here in town called Riverview Park. And the maintenance man there was telling me that a chainsaw sculptor had just left and had made up some of these from trees that were damaged in a storm. And he had 4 or 5 at different places at the park here, known as Riverview Park, as I just said. So I got an idea. I called him. He lives in Des Moines, Iowa, about an hour away. Remember now, it was just a tree, an ugly tree standing there with one limb left on it. So as I said a minute ago, we're talking about forced appreciation. Now, there's all different ways to force up or raise up the value of a house. You can paint it. You can put shutters on it. You can do a little bit of landscaping. You can add a deck. You can put aluminum fascia on it. You can maybe change the entrance. Maybe you can put in a few new doors and windows, whatever, to rapidly push up the value of the property. Well, this is an idea that you probably haven't thought of before. Until a few years ago, I had never once considered it. But you hire a chainsaw sculptor to come. He gives you a price. He does it. The cost was $1,400. Also, there was an additional cost. I had to pay the tree trimmer $700, and I had to pay his friend that owns a crane an additional $700. So 700 and 700 is $1,400, plus an additional $1,400 for the chainsaw sculptor, $2,800. I think in my own mind that this sculptor pushes up the value probably by 10 or 15,000. Why? Because it is a fantastic conversational piece. And people coming to buy this house will see that. I'm out on my deck here, by the way. They will see this sculpture. I'm going to go a little closer for you so you can get an idea. And I just put a new coat of varnish on it yesterday, okay? So there we go. You can see the owl. There's an owl. You can see the squirrel. You can see the eagle. Go around this way. You can see here a raccoon. You can see here another animal. You know what animal that is? That's a beaver, okay? And go around this way, you can see a fox. We have a fox that crosses our yard here now and then. Okay, so I'm getting long enough here, but just an idea. Forced appreciation. It's maybe more money. $2,800 is maybe more than what an average person would spend. But yet, if you're getting ready to sell the house and you think, wow, that would probably push up the value an additional 5 or 10 or 15 or even $20,000. And that was my idea. But I'm not going to sell this right now. I'm going to stay here for a while. But it's still an idea for you when you're considering all the ways to use forced appreciation to raise up the value of your property. So I'm up to about 4 minutes now. I hope you enjoyed this. It's one of my favorite spots here at my house, out on the deck. And I just had to do this, especially with a new coat of varnish on that sculpture that I just finished last night. So I'll let you go. This is Scavenger Steve saying so long and encouraging you to go seize the day and scavenge your way, and give me a like, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Take good care now. Bye-bye.